G'day and welcome to game 1 between Infamous and T1 in this TI11 Last Chance Qualifiers. This is the best of 2 series, so there'll be no game 3 regardless of any results, simply for group stage seeding to get upper and lower bracket. So both these teams, T1 and Infamous, had their first game in the series or in the group stage already, and they both lost 0-2. T1 lost 0-2 to Liquid, and Infamous lost 0-2 to someone else. Have a quick look. 0-2 to VP or Outsiders. So both teams coming off losses and would love not to be sitting on the bottom of the table at the end of day 1 of the Last Chance Qualifiers. You definitely want to be in the green, try and get yourself to that upper bracket, rather than being relegated to the lower bracket and not having a second chance if you lose a match, lose a series. Initial bans: T1 get rid of the Enigma and the Snapfire. Gee, they've got some mental damage from that Liquid game, haven't they? Banning the Snapfire. Boys, T1, you're not versing the same team. First phase banning Snapfire. Wowzers. That shows when something has got to you. When you ban a hero that would not normally be first phase banned, a hero that sometimes doesn't even get banned at all, because you've been outplayed with it by another team that you're not even versing now. That really does show. Infamous banned the Marcy and the Morphling. I think Marcy is just too good, and the teams recognize this. There's no way you can let this hero through. And we first phase the Undying from T1 this time. So same as the last game against Liquid. First phase that Undying, and we'll have to see where it ends up. Either way, whether it's core or support, the Undying needs to get work done early, and it needs to get a lot of work done early. Now, the difference between the core and the support Undying, it can feel strong for like 10 minutes, and that's it. Then your power spike is done. Unless you get like a god tier tombstone later in the game. The core Undying feels strong indefinitely, depending on how long you stay ahead on the farm curve. If you can keep ahead on the farm curve, then the core Undying will continue to feel strong. As soon as you start falling behind on that farm curve, you don't hit key items in correct timings, then you just become like the support Undying and you fall off, and your impact is really neutered. Infamous will take the Beastmaster and the Mirana. So some nice clear gameplay here from Infamous, and I love to see clear gameplay drafts. Beastmaster, you've got a Roar, you've got an Arrow to follow up. So nice setup, clean follow up, good damage. Mirana by itself is pretty good in terms of the damage it can dish out with the Starfall, and being mobile around the map, pretty hard to catch with those leap charges. T1 grab the Primal Beast. I think this is a good pick. Primal Beast is one of those really strong heroes at the moment. It's got a strong timing around it as well, but even later game, having a single target lockdown like the Pulverize, it's really strong. You can't underestimate a single target channeled stun, because it just lasts for so long. It deals a lot of damage, and it can just set up for other skills afterwards. Second phase bans. T1 will remove the Templar Assassin and the Terrorblade. Infamous removed the Lone Druid. I think it's a good ban against Ana. And he's shown he's quite strong with that hero. And at this point, Infamous are probably considering what sort of Undying this is. I think the assumption would be that it's a support Undying. That would be the assumption.
5 seconds remaining.
Beastmaster Aura is good against Undying Tombstone, so is Mirana Leap. You get the increased attack speed. So already from those first 2 picks, Infamous have countered the Tombstone. And we saw in the previous game against Liquid, T1 had the Tombstone planted, and it just got countered by the Rat-a-tat-tat. on the Snapfire. So, I mean, they banned Snapfire to try and let this Undying pick be better, but you got Beastmaster Mirana, 2 heroes that are going to have high attack speed or give attack speed to other heroes, and that Tombstone just won't be long for this world. If they get to attack it, it will die. Infamous remove Disruptor.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Disruptor is a very good ban. I just think that hero is insanely strong.
Remaining.
Nothing more about it at the moment. Good ban. T1 look like they're removing sort of mid heroes. You'd be assuming this Beastmaster is an off lane. Mirana's probably the 4. Chen being taken out. That's unusual. Chen is sort of fallen out of favor in the last couple of weeks, not being picked or banned even so much. Witch Doctor? Witch Doctor? Okay. Okay. So Witch Doctor will likely be the 5. So Maledict is really good. Coconut's good stun. Actually, sometimes get some nice lockdown with it if you get a close bounce between 2 heroes. And the Death Ward is uber good. I was actually experimenting a bit myself recently with the mini Death Ward, the Shard, and that's so good. Like, it's often just enough burst by itself to get a single kill, and then you still hold the Death Ward, and you can't have it cancel because you're invulnerable, and it's very good. And Witch Doctor just seems quite strong at the moment. I think it's an interesting pick and a cool pick from Infamous. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's just different. Something that we don't really see at the moment. Okay. So I think this is going to be an Ana Pudge. Oh, CM. Crystal Maiden's coming to town. Gonna bring all presents for the boys and girls from the frozen north. Okay. This is a brawling draft. Look at T1's draft: Undying, Primal Beast, Pudge, and then a Crystal Maiden just to give them more mana so they can keep going, so they can keep brawling. I like it. I like the draft from T1 so far. At least it has a plan. It has a clear plan. We are going to run at you with big strength heroes, and we're going to sustain our mana with CM. Now, Pango is a really good pick against this sort of draft because big brawly strength boys who want to just get in, and Pango just rolls through you all and stuns you all to death, whilst Mirana and Witch Doctor deal the damage. So, I like the Pango pick. This is some nice drafting here from both teams. Will Infamous commit a ban to Bloodseeker? I think you kind of have to. You could have a Bloodseeker still in this game. Assuming Undying and Crystal Maiden are supports, you got Primal Beast and Pudge. Primal Beast off lane, you could put Pudge mid. You could fit a Bloodseeker in there somewhere. Yeah, and Bloodseeker is banned, so Infamous, they just don't take the risk. I mean, it's unlikely that T1 would pick it, but it's not impossible. So, a good ban there from Infamous. And picking that Pango right on the last pick of second phase and into a Bloodseeker ban, just knowing that showing they have an understanding of how to draft in a clean way, not allowing any gaps. Dotamon Gaming, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Last bans here. Lifestealer being taken out. It's just a bit more mental damage there from T1. I think that ban is a bit of mental damage from their previous game still against Liquid. It also is very good against Pudge and Primal Beast, all your strength heroes. Timbersaw has been completely forgotten in this patch. He was being banned or picked in pretty much every game in the previous patch. And now he's just... particularly all these strength heroes. Now you see a game like this, all these strength heroes, you go, man, Timbersaw. And they first picked Beastmaster, so it'd be pretty hard to fit it into the draft, but still.
10 seconds remaining.
So I can't be sure what T1 are looking for in this last pick, whether this is an Ana Pudge or a Thompson Pudge or a Cuckoo Pudge. I mean, I don't think it's Cuckoo Pudge, but we'll have to just wait and see. I think maybe this is Cuckoo's pick last. It's a mid Thompson safe lane Pudge Ana. For the side of Infamous, they are looking for their POS 1. In terms of what's available, Troll is still around. Troll looks okay in this game, pretty good against the Tombstone. If you can lock on to the Pudge, you should be able to kill, or the Primal Beast. You got good control between the Raw, Arrow, Coconuts, and Rolling Thunder. It looks like a decent Troll game. Terrorblade's taken out.
10 seconds remaining.
Monkey, they banned themselves. Morphling's gone.
5 seconds remaining.
I think Drow's a little risky. Doesn't really look like a Luna draft. Yeah, I'm sort of sold on... I'm sort of sold on the Troll. I don't know if the Leshrac will change their mind anything on that, but it looks like a decent Troll game. Nay06, thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. 13 seconds left for Infamous. It's a Medusa.
Choose your hero.
Okay, so Medusa last pick for Infamous. So that'll be like a Parker Medusa. Leah style have the mid Pangalia. Frank have the offlane Beastmaster, I'd assume. Yep. Michael 4 on the Marana, and that'll leave Acel. Now, I'm not sure, my apologies, Axel or Acel. I'll probably just go with Acel, it's a little bit easier. But Acel or Affliction. I don't know what he's going to go with. I'll call him Affliction though, that's what his name is there. Call him by Affliction, there you go. Solves the problem altogether. And for the side of T1, Thompson will have the mid Leshrac, Whitemon on the Crystal Maiden. Be a 1 Pudge. Zephyr is actually the 4 Primal Beast, and that leaves Cuckoo as the 3 Undying. It's a core Undying. I'm all for a core Undying. I think it's a lot better than a support Undying. This is a much better draft from T1. Compared to their 2 drafts in the Liquid series, this looks like it's executable. It has a plan. They just want to run it the side of Infamous. They got a Pudge, Leshrac, Primal Beast, Undying, with the Crystal Maiden sitting behind to give him mana. That's the draft. And it's nice and simple. Simple is good. Infamous, on the other hand, they want to get some pickoffs. They want to control the map with Vision from Beastmaster. They want to be able to control the Roche Pit with a Stone Gaze and Rolling Thunder. And they want to just create space a little bit for their Medusa to farm. It's going to be hard because T1 are running straight at them. So I think both sides have some clear draft plans and certainly have a way forward in this game. I have to say, I do like the brawly aspect of T1's draft. Just so many strength heroes. Even Leshrac, who gets in and behaves like a strength hero a lot of the time as well.
To a future of grief.
Quickly do our
Prepare for
predictions.
Was that intentional? It looked intentional.
That make a big mess. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Okay. So T1 do smoke out to the bottom side. Maybe looking for a first blood, even the direction that they're heading. They have some wards on them, so get down some vision. Obs placed down for Infamous in their own jungle. Might scout something coming through. Parker, smoke will just dispel. And he'll make it safely to this tier 1. T1's still looking to try and make a move here. Smoke will not be lasting too much longer. And this ward is going to... Actually, they plant 2 obs here. Okay, that's a little bit of miscommunication there, I think.
30 seconds.
A little bit of miscommunication there from T1 playing both their obs down there. So that they're blind on the rest of the map now. So yeah, a little bit of pause comes out. So I mean, they got very good vision in this area, but I think this will probably be scouted. They'll probably put a sentry down, seeing that this is where they popped out of their smoke. Affliction is holding onto a sentry, so he might be able to head that way and see if he can get any D wards. He could actually get both if he planted in the middle. Plant in the middle if you get 2, if you had high ground vision. So, bounty runes are spawning. Thompson has a stun. We'll think about using it. He will. Catches the Mirana. Hook. Actually, from Ana. Can you get a kill here at level 1? They will. First blood. Didn't have the... Oh, he didn't want to level the leaps. Probably wants to have the arrow for killing the creeps. So, as we head to our lanes. Leo style, mid lane, playing the Pangolier. He's getting a little bit of an assist of a block there from Affliction. He'll be laning against Thompson. T1 playing the Leshrac. In the bottom lane, Parker on the Medusa will be supported by the Witch Doctor. Zephyr laning against Zephyr on the 4 Primal Beast, and Cuckoo on the 3 Undying. In the top lane, we have Ana on the 1 Podge, already with a starting kill, and Whitemon on the CM was 5 against Michael. Hooks again after the slow comes out from Whitemon, and laning against Frank on the Beastmaster. So there's going to be a fair bit of action, I think, in this game as the game progresses. Once Undying gets a couple of levels, maybe a Tombstone, and level 2 here with the Onslaught and Trample, should be able to move through pretty quickly. Top lane is going to be fairly aggressive as well with the Pudge and the CM, who wants to just make good use out of those early mangoes. He's got 5 and a Clarity, so many mangoes. Regen wants to make good use of it. Mid lane, Leo style, does dodge the stun. And 8-0 to 6-0. So mid lane fairly even for the time being. Whitemon actually gets caught by the arrow, and he will go down here from the click of Frank. Frank will get that kill. Won't be too bad. He'll get a refill. He'll come back out. I mean, it was just getting a little bit blocked in there from the trees and the creeps. That was a wonderful arrow there from Michael coming through, realizing that he had nowhere really to go. The Malik does hit. Cuckoo will start ticking down decently. He got 1 mango left. Thinking about this core Undying, you need to get some more items to make sure you can sustain the pressure in the lane. You want to really play like a support line. Actually come in with the Trample and the Onslaught. Tombstone, drop down. Can they get enough damage for this Medusa? I don't know if they can. Slowly hitting the Tombstone. It will get denied. Double decay. They walk their way away. Just thinking, yeah, Zephyr's ready to go again in 12 seconds. We'll just walk his way out of the trees. And bottom lane will just settle again for the moment. I think, I was saying, this Affliction, gotta be careful. They've got the damage, potentially. No Tombstone for 56, though. Bleak Coconut being cast bottom lane. Once again, the Maledict over on a Cuckoo, but I think he'll be just fine with the strength stacks up. Won't take too much damage. Thompson has the bottle. So does Leo Style, so we'll both be looking for that 4-minute water rune, either side, to get a refill. May even want some supports to rotate into the mid lane to give them a little bit of assistance. Top side, Frostbite comes out onto Frank. Ana's on top with the level 2 rot. 1 in hook as well. He won't even probably use it. He's holding it. Holding the hook. He wants to save it for Michael. Oh. It's the last click. And Whitemon will pop another Frostbite with the mango. He has the spell. There's the slow. There's a hook on Ana still. He's thinking about it. Oh, the miss. And the tower. Careful, Ana. Do you have a tango? He's got tangos. No salves, though. Pretty much burnt through most of Whitemon's regen as well. He's got 2 mangoes and two tangos left. But with the level in Arcane Aura now, that should start sustaining the rest of the team a little bit more for their mana usage. 2 in the Mystic Snake and 1 just in the Mana Shield for Parker at the time being. So most survivability build really, and you want to get the Snake leveled up. You saw they didn't really have the damage for him before. They got the Trample. Actually, this is going to be a lot of damage. They got the Snake. Tombstone's down. He will have to try and heal, but Medusa's just dead. Affliction, he's trying to commit to kill the Tombstone or kill Cuckoo, but I think neither's going to happen. Cuckoo might actually just deny himself. Top lane, Ana dies, yeah. Cuckoo will deny himself to the tower so he can get a refill and come back out. And while Ana does die top. Michael got a couple of wards on him. Be interesting if he replaces them aggressively or defensively, or perhaps just around the mid lane to see if he can give his Pango a little bit more of assistance. Thompson going for the 2-1-2 build, so a little bit of everything at this point. Generally, you want to max out the Diabolic Edict as soon... Oh, Thompson, he takes the damage. Leostyle's got no more mana left available, though. Thompson turns around with the Frostbite, and Whitemon... Oh, arrow. It's not homing. It's not a homing arrow. Bottom lane. A good rotation there from Whitemon to the mid lane. Frostbite and the Nova. Cuckoo has hit in 20. Charge coming through with the trample damage. Trying to go into Parker, trying to force him back, use his mana pool completely. And there's action just happening all over the map. Top lane, Ana gets a kill onto the Beastmaster. We need 4 eyes here at the moment for this game because we got action happening in all 3 lanes. So Ana now with 3 stacks already on the flesh heap. Michael working towards a Urn of Shadows.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Affliction's got to be careful. Tombstone's available. They could just dive with next creep wave. They want to get the Medusa though, sitting underneath the tower. Oh, you've stepped out potentially. Click a couple of times. Charging through. He's isolated. Tombstone's down, and this is going to be likely a dead Medusa. Those zombies are still stacking up. Parker, he's trying to run away. Affliction says, take me instead. Cuckoo, he's on the hunt. He wants Medusa. Is there any heals coming out? Zephyr gets the kill. Cuckoo gets as well. Michael TP's in with the leap and the Starstorm. Gets at least 1 turnaround. Cuckoo says, I'm not done with you yet. You come in here, I'll give you the hits.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I'll give you the touch. But he's a little bit out of mana. 12 stick charges. Arrow to take out the catapult. A little move there from Michael, so that'll delay the push. And this tier 1 tower will probably be just fine. Top lane, Ana has got the eat, but there's the coconut. Maledict down as well. I think this is going to be a dead Ana. He's got a hook. Maybe he wants to hook him into the tower. Maybe, maybe not. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Whitemon actually gets the kill. Trying to get follow-up. Body blocks onto Parker. Whitemon, yes. Good job. The Crystal Maiden's getting the job done. He'll have another slow in a moment. There's the Frostbite. Thompson with the follow-up. Split Earth. And this Medusa goes down again. We had 14 kills in 7 minutes. We had 2 kills a minute at this rate in the game. And Leostyle's now here as well. He's got the role available. I'm not sure he wants to be down here. There's 4 members of T1. Meanwhile, Ana is in this top lane, just living in the trees. I think he thinks he can get a hook and an eat under the tower. It'll be a kill. He's thinking about it. It's nighttime. He wants it. He's tucking in there. He can get a +1 TP. Maybe he's thinking about the hook. No, just take the farm. We'll get that flag bearer creep. That's the one you want. The double gold. Thompson. 2-2-2-1 build. Wants a bit of everything. Unusual to see such a split build on a Lestrak. Normally they do specialize either in the split earth just to get the damage and the radius, or I heard an eat. Mid lane going in over onto Affliction. Zephyr. It's 1 more tick of the trample. He will get the last hit. He's probably going to die for his commitment, but making space. They'll scout the stacks here as well. Frank comes across.
Radiant's bottom
So they know that there's stacks in the triangle here. Will they try and contest that against the Medusa? Possibly. They're running down this way. Whitemon wants some. Thompson as well could take those stacks easily. Hook into an eat. There'll be a follow-up. In fact, they don't even need the follow-up stun. He's just dead. Rana's gone. Whitemon, he wants some XP. Comes in, says, you don't get to freely take these stacks. Thompson's arrived. Ooh, a little bit of lag frames. Leostyle in with the Rolling Thunder. Follow through against the wall. There's the Maledict. Thompson will take a lot of damage. Freezing Field will be actually on top of Parker. And they don't quite have enough damage. Raw onto the Primal Beast. Whitemon did get stunned by the Rolling Thunder. And yeah, I think Whitemon's in trouble. He doesn't have a wand and he dies. Back on the top side, Ana getting an eat over onto Affliction. There's a dead Witch Doctor. And we'll just eat up, take that creep. I think he knew he was dying there. Knew he was going to die, so he hooked the creep to make sure that he got that +100 gold. And that Beastmaster doesn't have a creep for another 21 seconds. So, full commitment for dying. If you're going to die, die well. That's what I always say. Go down fighting.
Radiant are scanning.
Diffusal Blade being worked on by Leostyle now on this Pangolier. Be probably a Blink Dagger after that. Now we've had this offlane Undying that has not really seen a lot of action past those early elements in the lane stage, at least not in the last 5 minutes or so. He's sort of been just sitting on this bottom lane, got meta boots, got ring. He's actually queued up phase boots. Okay. Does he want to disassemble this into a something else and then get phase boots instead? Interesting. Interesting build. We'll have to see if he carries out with the plan. Got a Falcon Blade. I understand the early meta boots, and then maybe he just wants to go back for phase afterwards and disassemble it and get something else with the booster. Makes sense. Top side, Thompson is working towards the Bloodstone, pretty standard. Frank has a Roar plus a Centaur Conqueror, so plenty of stun. That's 2 second stun duration on heroes. Thompson needs to be careful, just being baited forward by this Centaur Conqueror. With a Roar and an arrow, they pretty much die pretty easily. The Leshrac will go down here if he gets roared, is what I'm trying to say. There's another rotation coming through. It's now 3 top. Although, Rolling Thunder, he pumps it. He's thinking about it. No. Thompson has moved well back. I don't think Thompson had any vision. Oh no, he had a vision in the river here. They did just catch that rotation in the river. Probably won't be dewatered, that would. That's a pretty good one. In front of the Rosh pit. Not normally until Rosh starts getting taken will sentries be planted in front of the pit. Cuckoo now just level 2 in Tombstone. Charging through Zephyr. He does have the 6 with the dunk and the level 6. He's at the freezing field. Pulverize and freezing field. Tombstone on top. I mean, they got him. They got that Pengo. He's dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Zephyr's ready to keep going. This is his 4 Primal Beast. You know, you feel like you're not really losing much out from a 3 Primal Beast. You still get all the burst. You still get all the chaos in the fights. You just don't scale as well leading into that mid game. But for the time being, for the next sort of like 10 minutes, or even 10-15 minutes, depending on how many kills he gets, Zephyr's still going to feel very, very strong and almost at the same power level as a core Primal Beast for the time being. There is a smoke moving top. Witch Doctor has level 6 Death Wards available. You have Moonlight Shadow as well. I don't know if they want to pop it and go for a kill. I think they'd have enough damage. Okay, so Moonlight Shadow is being used, then they'll go back in. Yeah, I think Zephyr will go down here with the Maledict. Arrow up as well. Starfall, Starstorm, and he's dead. Yeah. As soon as he gets stunned there with the Maledict following, there's just way too much damage. That's a level 3 Starstorm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's a Ward Affliction, whether he wants to plant it deep down on this side, seeing if there's any rotations coming to defend this tier 2 tower. With the creeps and the vision, Frank probably wants to just slowly chip this down. He's got Skelly Boys. Skelly Boys are coming. Skelly Boys, Skelly Boys. Don't be scared of the Skelly Boys. This is a bait. There's a Roar. He's going to turn around. There's an arrow to follow as well with the Starstorm. And Zephyr's just dead again. Respawns, TP's top, and he dies. Okay, Whitemon comes, but I think they've made their way back. With Roar down, there's no need to hang around and overstay your welcome. Mid lane, Rolling Thunder onto Thompson. Death Ward as well, and it's just way too much damage. Tombstone's on the deck, but it's not doing enough for the time being. They're going to go back and hit it. And yeah, Cuckoo didn't really feel like a core undying there. He sort of dropped the Tombstone. Sort of expected him to hit the Flesh Golem, get in there with the decays, and kill a couple of people, but sort of ran away and went back to his own side of the river.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Remember, this Tombstone dies pretty easily because of the Inner Beast aura, because of the attack speed on the leap. Bonus attack freeze 25 at the moment. As well as Medusa just generally being able to hit a Tombstone and continue to heal the people with the split shot. Yeah, so this Tombstone, the effectiveness of it is pretty low for the time being. Smoke comes out from T1. They're moving into the high ground. The triangle's here. Affliction, they scout him. Charge comes through. I think they want a different target. They want Parker, though, on the Medusa. That's where the initiation's gone on both sides. So they get the Witch Doctor, but Parker's still running away under the tier 2. And the Maledict just did the job. Thompson. The dick gets him.
That make a big mess.
Frank has TP. Just cutting his way through. Might even want to cut a wave. He will just TP. I thought he might wanted to cut a wave there before he kept going, but yeah. Affliction TP. Oh, Affliction. Okay. That was a bit weird. Guess he realized he didn't have trample. Frostbite comes out. There's a hook available. He hasn't used it yet. Ana's just running in with the Aghanim Scepter, so he's feeling strong. He's got 6 stacks. Hook. Oh, there's Leo style. Under the cover of Moonlight Shadow. Will just make his way out. Whitemon doesn't have any detection on him at the moment. Cuckoo has some dust. Ana, no detection either. Zephyr has a dust. So a few dusts around, but not really any sentries on people anyway. They've got a lot of sentries on the deck across the map. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So plenty of sentries out on the map for T1, but yeah. It's careful when you're pushing your tower against a Mirani. You always want to center in the deck just to see if they're surrounding you in the Moonlight Shadow. Catapult is doing work on this top lane for T1. Not sure if Infamous are going to come and defend it. I don't think they will. It's not really a very valuable tower. You can let it go. It doesn't really block entry into the jungle anyway. You can come up here and just avoid it. So this tower is not high priority. Whereas this one is, because this blocks an entire path.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
4-man smoke now from T1. They're moving across mid lane. Affliction might just cop this, tank this smoke for the rest of his... Oh no, they found him. No, he's here somewhere. No, they not quite see him. And the smoke popped, but they sort of just blind guessed. Either way, they're going to find themselves a Witch Doctor as some collateral, and Ana gets another one, +7. Leo style has a haste rune.
Okay, I give them a head.
We'll just use it. Tries to snipe a courier, doesn't get it, and he's got to be careful he doesn't get caught out here. He's gonna cut a wave. He goes back. He's greedy. He wants it. He'll be fine. He's under a wood. He's under a wood vision here. DPs are coming. Things are coming out. Haste rune is done. They're circling on him. The whole side of T1 is sort of coming around, trying to cut him off. They know he's here, but who's cutting off who? Infamous. They're connecting across. There's Affliction. Maledict plus the Death Ward will be enough. Rolling Thunder, Thompson. He's probably going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Got the Bloodstone off. There is the Stone Gaze. It is expired, and now in comes the rest of T1, charging in with the Onslaught and the Eat. Parker goes down, letting it go, Whitemon. And they claim the Ancients as well, so 3 dead for the price of 1. Cuckoo does fall, just running into the team there, but certainly a trade they're willing to take. There is a DD bottom lane. In fact, might just deny it with the boar. Yeah, he will. So that'll be denied. The no DD rune for Thompson. Frank has the Vladimir's offering, working towards the Wraith Pact. You could only assume. I think it's being sent out to him at the moment. Yeah, no, not the Wraith Pact. My mistake. What am I saying? What am I thinking? The Helm of the Overlord. Gee, had a mental collapse there for a moment. Zephyr's being very aggressive. Gets the Maledict. There's an arrow as well, and with the Death Ward on top, he's not surviving that. You can't just wander around on Infamous's side of the map. They're not just backing down and letting you win this game, T1. You need to show a little bit of respect there. Tier 1 tower is fairly low. T1 would look to deny it. Hook with the Eat. Oh no. Does get up the roll up. Tombstone dropped on the high ground. It's a good fight for T1 if they want to take it. I think as soon as they see the Tombstone drop, they They don't have any interest in that at all anymore.
You have learned nothing.
Three charges on the Spirit Vessel. Very good against the Pudge, as well as the Leshrac.
Middle tower is under
Cuckoo
attack.
walking up the high ground. They have the Maledict plus the Spirit Vessel. I think this is possibly just enough damage. Yeah, they dropped the Death Ward, and I mean, that was a core Undying. Crimson Guard, I guess it was on cooldown. Falcon Blade, 700 HP, just never had a chance to get anything off. Thompson chasing over on a Leo style.
Are scanning.
We'll just clean up the creep wave either way. TPs are coming in. Affliction wants to be here to give some assistance. Ooh, arrow just misses. Michael was pinging it out. He's saying, guys, look, arrow. And they just all stare at him and go, what are you talking about, dude? You missed. He turns his back and walks back to mid lane in shame and hits some creeps with the Illusion Rune. Smoke, though, 2-man coming mid from Ana and Whitemon. Freezing Field is available. Ana has the blink. He'll jump straight on in, and with the onslaught, that's just a dead Mirana. Pretty much the same spot that Zephyr died not too long ago. Parker, though, this is the important one. Where is he going on his farm? He is very low. 8.4k net worth, bottom of the cores. Medusa is not having a good game. Pangolier is top of team for Infamous, but Ana is topping the net worth for both teams at the moment at 12k. And yeah, he's looking very, very strong. Moonlight Shadow is popped. Close to having a BKB. Actually grabs the casual plate mail. Changes up, doesn't go to BKB. Goes to the Shiva's Guard. Changes the plan. He goes, I don't need a BKB. I need a Shiva's. I need some armor. Against Medusa. Against Mirana's right clicks, I guess. Against the Death Ward. Get some armor. Cuckoo pops the ultimate as well. Making their way over. Infamous, do they know this is happening? I think they might suspect it. Yeah, they chuck that in. They see them in the pit. Get out. Is there any movement coming? T1 are committing. I don't think Infamous are making their way over. No, they'll let it fall. Aegis will be claimed by Thompson. And he was already playing fearlessly on this Leshrac, and now even more so with the Kyron Sange, casual cloak as well. Just for good measure. And they're on the hunt. They're looking for anything they can find. Someone's been in there. Someone's been in their triangle. Someone's eaten their porridge on the way through and slept in their beds. I'm making a very poor Goldilocks comparison, but you know, just like you say with Pudge, it's better to swing and miss than to not swing at all, you know. Actually, they found Affliction. He tried to TP out, and the creep as well. I think they'll get it. Yeah, they'll commit it. Oh, the hate, the eat plus the pulverize. Oh, they got it. They got that boy. I mean, it's 20-second cooldown. It's ready to go again. But that black dragon,
Radiant are
he's going to have to come back as a black zombie dragon now because he's dead. Zephyr has a BKB. This is incredibly scary. Gem on Whitemon, so he's going to be controlling the map. Actually hands it over to Zephyr, probably a safer carrier of the gem. I don't know. I think Crystal Maiden's pretty protected this game. There's a lot of front line. Leo is in the middle. Doesn't quite get caught by the stun. Sam does catch on Thompson, but doesn't really affect the Leshrac too much. Aghanim Scepter with the Diffusal is ready. Going to the Basher next. So really the ideal thing is here. Yeah, minus 2.5 second in Shield Crash and Ball. So with the Aghanim Scepter, he's just going to roll around, try and disarm everyone. Try and bash them, drain their mana. Should be a nuisance in the fight, but will being a nuisance in the fight be enough for Leo style? I mean, I think he's pretty much doing the most optimal build he could come up with for this game. Thompson is up on the high ground, popping the Diabolic Edict. Will be countered by the Glyph, but Thompson isn't too scared. He just goes straight back up. Cuckoo trying to scare him back. Heal on up, give themselves the Bloodstone, and up onto the high ground. Affliction throws out the coconut. Won't bounce really onto anyone else. Ana throws the hook, doesn't connect. Thompson's here again. He's got another Diabolic Edict, trying to kill these creeps. They will get a plus 250. Moonlight Shadow has been applied. Will wear out. And they see Thompson. They don't quite get the cancel, but however, Thompson's not here. But they won't take the fight. Tombstone is on the high ground. They're trying to get the damage over onto Pango, and he'll die straight up. Frank will have to use the Roar. Will it be enough to get away? Whitemon low on mana, doesn't have any more spells. Banana just running forward. Same with Zephyr, charging up onto the high ground. There's the hook, catches Affliction. We'll actually use the Trickster, whatever it's called, I don't know. The self-death ward. Thompson trying to get down off the high ground, still has the Aegis for 146. Limit, but won't be enough. Hook does miss. Whitemon providing vision. And Ana TP blinks in. Just forcing out the Stone Gaze. And that was a pretty cheap force for Stone Gaze. It would have been a quick TP in as well. I mean, can you imagine that? TP in at the speed of a blink? Whew.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So close to Sheep. I did go back for the BKB. Just wanted the casual plate mail first. Then the BKB and go for the Shivas after that. She's blinking up. Ana has no fear. He's just chasing Parker off the map. Won't let him farm anywhere. Be a little bit careful. Doesn't have an Aegis, but a 9-second BKB isn't bad. Rolling Thunder is committed. What are they going to try and find? It's just an illusion. It's just a little... Have a bit of humility. Ana blinks in, gets the hook. It splits down the middle of them. And all the while, Diabolic Edicts are going to town on the mid tier 2 tower.
Radiant's middle tower has
I'll see Thompson top lane, so I don't know whether Infamous want to make a quick smoke move. Yeah, they do. With Thompson showing, they say we have a very small opportunity here to try and get some sort of agency on the map. Try and get some sort of kill. Look at Whitemon. He's just standing here. He's just blocking the smoke. He knows it's coming. BKB popped on Zephyr, but it's Affliction. Self-death ward. And Pulverize comes out. He just dies. Arrow does connect over onto the Primal Beast, but it's not enough to save his friend. Voodoo switcheroo. That's... I said something like that to begin with, didn't I? I said Trixie or something. Trixie something. Voodoo switcheroo. I'm not far off.
His bottom tower is under attack.
Ryan has a 4-staff, now 2 charges on the Spirit Vessel. Ana's still just positioning himself, posturing in front of their base. There is a Roar, and there they blink in. Roar, do they have the damage? Arrow follow up. I think they will get him, yeah. That was just a little too aggressive from Ana there. And that's the sort of thing that as the top net worth, or second top net worth hero, you don't really want to give that gold over the opposition. Now there's going to be some free farming time for Parker. Yeah, he's low, but he's been working his way up. He's climbed past his teammates. He's now only a couple of K gold behind the Pudge. And if this Medusa gets on par with the farm of the Leshrac, or at least the Pudge, then it's going to become a lot harder for T1 to really apply much pressure at all. Leostyle close to the Basher. Still, yeah, about 800, 900 gold away.
Radiant are scanning.
Blink Dagger now on the Primal Beast. So instant pulverized jump initiation. Drums on the Beastmaster. BKB coming out next. Cuckoo, this Core Undying. It still hasn't really felt like it's had an effect. Did get the decay damage so he can farm. Good. Hobson's up on the high ground once again. Level 20 has the Pulse Nova damage. We'll back away once again. Parker has an Ice Guardi with the Groper. The longer this goes on for the side of Infamous, the better it is for them. I'm not sure this is the right play. They're split up a little bit around the map. They're TP'd back though. Michael's here. Has got an arrow. Plus Starstorm ready. Well, this was a smoke here. I think a smoke. The ward here may have caught something on the low ground. Potentially. Potentially caught something on the low ground there before they used that smoke. But it's a counter smoke from T1. Moving through. Cuckoo's find Affliction. They just see each other and turn the other way. BKB, blink in from Zephyr with the Pulverize. They find Affliction, and he will go down to the Lightning Storm of Thompson. I mean, that's just an abandoned ship there from Infamous for that brief moment. They say, oh, Hook does get the roll up, but the Yeet will cancel. Raw onto the Pudge as well, and there's the Rolling Thunder coming through with the Ags. They've actually petrified most of the team. Thompson, he's out of meta and running away. Whitemon, he needs to try and help his team out. There's another Hook. That was a successful defense there from Infamous. I mean, if you're a Dota player, if you're a Dota enjoyer yourself, then you'll know this situation. You're trying to go high ground. You've got an early game team. And on the other side is this lady. This snake lady, the Medusa. And you know internally that every second that this game goes on longer, there's a higher and higher chance that you lose. Gaben doesn't agree at the moment though. But that's because we haven't quite reached the peak yet. Medusa is going to be hard to dislodge from this high ground. With a Rolling Thunder, with some coconuts bouncing around the cask, it's a tough high ground, particularly when you don't really have tower hitters. Like, your best tower hitter is Thompson. Oh, arrow connects. Your best tower hitter is Thompson, and you really just need the Aegis to be able to do this. Thompson does go into the pit. It's a 5-man smoke. They want to take this fight now. They have their ult. His roll is available. There it is, casting it up. He's thinking about, and the roll into the pit. He will get some chain stun. Raw as well over onto Thompson. There's the Death Ward, and on top, actually killing Zephyr in the backline as well. He's just going to be dead. So no problem with Beast. The Tombstone is on the ground. Buyback from the CM, trying to get back into the fight. Ana blinks in with the BKB, trying to get the work done. Over onto Parker. Poor Undying. Kukury's in there as well. They're trying to get Medusa down. They will. He's dead. With Thompson now cleaning up the fight. But Leo Style gets in and yoinks the Aegis. Gets the kill and the pickup. Whitemon still letting it go, and the immediate blink away. Give the man a tip. He picks up the shard as well. He just makes it out. I mean, Infamous, they lose 4. There's a buyback from the CM, so technically it's a 4 and 3, but they deny T1 the Aegis. They get the shard. And T1 needed that Aegis to push high ground. I don't see how they get there without it. Basher is close to being... I think you could probably buy it or close to buying it. Just probably thinking about whether he wants to say buyback or not. But this gets rough for T1. That Aegis was their trip to the high ground. And they might start to be considering... Do they let Infamous come out of the base to try and catch them? Catch them in the map somewhere, on the map somewhere. Because at the moment... This is hard. Now, yeah, they're going to keep expanding their gold. They have a 14k net worth lead. But Dusa is holding. Level 18, has the crit stick. Slowly sending out the illusions. Will continue to farm. Will just continue to get a little bit bigger and bigger. Cuckoo will fall off. Core Undying will not hold his own forever. Tombstone on Death and Reincarnation are very good. If he can get to that level 20 and 25, then he has like another mini power spike again. Sort of late game Core Undying has that mini power spike. At the moment, without the Tombstone on Death, on the Undying, and without the Reincarnation, sort of in a bit of a lull in the power spike of Cuckoo. Needs to get that level 20 at least. Did go for the zombie damage. Ana, level 20 as well, gets the dismembered duration instead of the meat hook cooldown. I guess, yeah, he didn't go for the meat hook damage either. I think this game could be going late. I see Ana. Do they know that the team's behind? I don't think so. Thinking about maybe trying to get a pick off. Actually, Whitemon, he knows. He's checking it out. And Leo Style, they will roll on through. There's the Maledict as well. Whitemon will die to the Maledict. trying to walk in. Ana trying to get the damage. It's voodoo switcheroo, and yeah, the witch doctor will go down. So it's a 5 for 5. But saying that, Whitemon had brought back, so that's a dieback. It's not a terribly bad thing actually, because the increased death timer, you sort of want that increased death timer to be out of the way in a non-critical time. So that increased death timer will be consumed now, and the next time Whitemon dies, it won't be as long. So it's not a terrible death. You know, not all deaths are bad.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Basher now on Leo style. So with the Aghanim Scepter and the minus 2.2 shield crash in ball, there's going to be so many bashes coming out. Frank, as the boots are bearing, going for BKB and Shard next. Wants to have the Hawk dive bomb. I'm thinking he might be thinking about a refresher, having the double roar. Ooh, Cuckoo took the decay cooldown. Okay, is he going for Ags? He is. Alright, this is the Giga Chad offlane. Undying right here. He's going for Ags. He says, I don't need to be Tombstone or Death because I'm not going to die. Just give me the decay cooldown so that I won't die. Alright, it's not bad. Not bad. If he gets that Aghanim Scepter, then it's actually very good. That's yoinking a lot of strength, keeping himself alive. As long as the BKBs have worn down, if there are any. I mean, there's no BKBs yet on Medusa. I don't know if she'll actually end up going for one. No BKB on the Pango. And BKB is still a while away on the Beastmaster. It's actually like, is this like a 0 BKB draft? Yeah, just... We don't buy BKBs. Infamous have said BKBs are not good stat efficient items. There are other ones we can get. Thompson slowed down by the Diffusal Blade from the high ground, but he's just still going up. He doesn't have Aegis. He needs to be a little bit careful. He does have level 25 though. With the plus 25 diabolic explosions. Look at him go. Oh, so many explosions. Whitemon queuing up the Shard. Wants to have 20% more explosions and the movement in the freezing field. Moonlight Shadow coming out. Affliction will get the stun and the roar. There's a Lotus sitting on top. Arrow does miss because of the 4-star. Rolling Thunder coming through, and Stone Gaze right in the middle of the fight. Aeon Disc props on Zephyr. He's trying to trample him down. Heat catching over onto Parker, but I don't think Ana can do enough. He'll go down. Thompson, BKB'd and Bloodstone in the middle of the fight as well. Trying to get the damage done, but Leostar will make his way off to the side. Meanwhile, down on this side of the map, Thompson's back in. He thinks he can do it all himself. There's a Maledict. It's going to hurt, as well as a Spirit Vessel. There's a stun. Parker will just TP away, and Thompson, he thought he could do it all himself, and it turns out he could. The 3 members of Infamous were running very quickly. Zephyr took the long way home. Guess he wants to run home and be able to TP out. Fair enough. So, Medusa lives though. Parker, he continues scaling, working now towards that Daedalus. What are these items bringing back? Plate Mail, Perseverance. Is this double Lotus? Lotus. It's a Plate Mail. Yeah, I think that's going to be double Lotus. Actually, fight coming out on this side. Parker's being caught. I don't think he can get out of this man touch. Try and save himself. But the trample damage is sitting on top of him. Actually, he's going to stand and fight while the stuns come through. Leo style trying to make as much space as he can for his carry. He does enough to get a single kill. But Thompson not being disarmed by the hits. Oh, roll up. He will go over the side. Leo style swashbuckling. And moving to the trees under the cover of Moonlight Shadow and be able to TP away. I mean, that's actually a pretty good play there from Leo style. Just making enough space for the Medusa to at least get a trade kill. I'm not sure if he got the kill himself. But they did get one kill down, yeah. The Zephyr did die first. Thompson is starting to look pretty much fully stacked. Look at how fast the tower dies, my goodness. Look at it go. So many explosions. Hook does miss. This is Thompson's plan. Just blink up to the high ground, press W, and hope you don't die in the next 3 seconds. I think that's currently the plan for T1 to push the base, because frankly they don't have another one. They can't stand up on the high ground and dominate. You saw Ana is falling off. Medusa is climbing ahead in the net worth. And I said, the longer this game goes on, the more chances they can. You see, it's sort of flatlining here. It's sort of flatlining. Gaben says around 82%. It is flatlining. Infamous are turning this game around slowly. Slowly but surely they're getting there. They want multiple Lotus Orbs. Many, many Lotus Orbs they want on their team. It's very good against the Pudge. Good against the Pulverize as well. Lightning Storm is, I guess, targetable. Frostbite's not bad against as well. Stuns are coming out on the deck, so with the shards, Split Earth, have ever increasing. They're very hard to fight in and around. You never want to fight in and around one of these shards because you know it's going to catch you. Cuckoo has the Aghanim Scepter online. So decay damage, decay cooldown. He's going to be stealing a lot of strength. But they still have to find a way to get up onto that high ground. Zephyr charging forward with the BKB. It's down to 6 seconds now with the blink. Aeon Disc as well. Blink in. Grab the Witch Doctor. Can they get a kill immediately? Buyback is not available on the Witch Doctor, but BKBs have been popped. Michael leaping away down the river, up the river. Will make their way away, but that's it. You kill a Witch Doctor. And you're still going to find it hard to breach this high ground. Level 20 now on Frank. Has the shard, so Dive Bomb is online. As well as the 250 health on Beastmaster controlled units. And up to the high ground they go. I guess without the Witch Doctor, they don't feel confident in trying to defend against this. But this is the slowest base push team. It's hard. Unless the Leshrac can just sit up there, the rest of the team, they don't hit towers. Alright, just fishing for arrows, seeing who we can find, get a little bit of vision. I love Michael here, just doing these random arrows. It's a low cooldown. It's 12.6 seconds. It's got a quickening charm. Not necessarily to hit the arrows, but just to give a little bit of intel about what's happening on the map. So the supports of Infamous have decided Lotus Orbs are the way forward. They are the way that they can try and save their cores, save themselves. Just break up the fight, break up the Pulverize, break up the Dismember. This is going to be a Refresher Orb. Aegis on Ana. And Cheese. And Fresher. He's got a Refresher as well. So Ana's got everything. Still going for it there. Trying to get through. White Mob blinks in with the freezing field. Leo style will cancel it immediately. Has the rolling around in the balls. Lots of damage coming out. Beastmaster has died, but with the buyback, actually there's the Leo style will get the kill over onto CM. Cuckoo. Ultimate will expire. And Leo style is just leading him on a chase at the moment. I mean, this Pangolier is holding Infamous in it at the moment. Just trying to cut waves on the high ground. BKB is popped. It's the damage coming out from the Voodoo Switcheroo, but that Nihilism? Yeah, it is. Parker is trying to hold the high ground with the Stone Gaze. Ana does get stoned up, but they look like they are claiming this Rax. Arrow. Rolling Thunder in 20. Jump in with the overwhelming blink. Thompson. Pops the abilities. Lotus Orb is put on him to give some protection. Arrow will miss this time. And they've broken it, so they're going in for the next one. They don't want to buy back on Beastmaster. It's just the Witch Doctor. Beastmaster spawning in 7 seconds. I mean, Witch Doctor would have spawned in that same time as well, so it feels like a bit of a waste. Maybe that Witch Doctor buyback just scared them enough to not continue on that Rax. And Witch Doctor now is going to be nowhere near... Yeah, he's very low. He's not going to be getting that Lotus Orb anytime soon. Maybe even not this game. Whitemon, Force Staff, Blink Dagger, Glimmer Cape, all the abilities to stay alive. Ana, still no shard yet on him. Pumping the roll, thinking about it. They've got all the abilities. In they jump. Can they just try and get the Witch Doctor? He's got no buyback. He's just dead. Parker's going to try and hold them back. Book doesn't quite catch it. Going to be a big roll. It's a big roll with a roar. It's a catching on all three. In the middle, Zephyr charges through with the BKB on Leo style. Still trying to do the work. Cuckoo goes down. BKB now on Parker with the Stone Gaze. Buyback on Cuckoo. Aegis is claimed. Arrow is going to not quite connect on the way through. The blink out is immediate. But as Thompson got a little too far, he's in the middle of the fight. Letting it go. Whitemon trying to get the last little bit of damage. Leostyle gets the work done. And the Medusa is falling. Parker, he needs to be able to get some mana back. He does. Will it be enough to heal him up? The Pulverize catches him well, and he will die. Buyback immediately. Ana pops the Refresher, but he's got Refresher. BKB is in a little bit of trouble. Does have a blink in a moment. Does get out of there. And if they can escape T1 without Infamous actually catching them with that buyback on Parker, then yeah, that's actually a pretty strong win condition now for them. And didn't actually end up going for the Daedalus on Parker. Went for the Silver Edge. Close to getting split shot uses modifiers. That will make a pretty big difference in these fights. Thompson coming top. We'll scout out the Medusa and yeah, just want to try and get the stun. Michael's here. Can he help him? Needs to give him some assistance. Silver Edge to the north side. He's heading out of position. Parker, if they see him, he's going to be caught alone. He just makes it into the trees and will TP home. And the 4-man smoke immediately from Infamous. Ultimates are online. Just the freezing field that isn't up, but it'll be in 10 seconds for the side of T1. Zephyr. 40 seconds on Aeon Disc, so won't have that available, but Thompson, he doesn't care for it. He's just back up on the high ground. Bash. Rolling Thunder will come through. There's the Refresher. And BKB as well. He's just committing for this rack, so it's not Megas, so maybe a little careful. Bash actually connects. Roll through. Actually, on the north side of the fight, Thompson is still going. Frank has used Raw, and they sort of know where he is. They will catch him out. They kill the CM, but at the cost of 2 of their own heroes. Minus 20 seconds on Rolling Thunder, so is ready once again. So Rolling Thunder is pretty much constantly ready now. He's going to peel it up and send it home. Rolling in. No Refresher this time. Bash from the Swashbuckle. Oh, the eat from Ana actually saving Thompson. Cuckoo's in the middle with the BKB. Tombstone is down. Stone Gaze has been popped, and perhaps the whole side of T1 has turned to stone. Trying to kill the Tombstone. They need a little more hits on it. Does go down. 200 gold is passed over, but the Rax is falling. They have to find a way to get up there. Parker needs to get in, but it's gone. Megas have not been claimed. There's still a range rack on this bottom side that is mysteriously alive. But I get the feeling not for long. In they come. Thompson. Oh, has a Lotus Orb. Doesn't decide to roar. He's just holding for the time being. There's the eat from Ana. Saving him again. But this time, the roar comes out. And Ana, Rolling Thunder, is still connecting. Throw on their whole team. It's a 3-man Swashbuckle with the stuns. Lear style. They've got no mana left. They can't fight. Now parked in the middle of the fight. Thompson has got mana back and trying to zone them. But he's all alone up on the high ground. Parker with the level 25. Did hate the split shot. Uses modifiers. I think Infamous are playing a little bit scared. Thompson just sort of zoning the entire team of Infamous up on the high ground, and I don't think he's got any right to stand in amongst 4 heroes and make it out there, particularly when Medusa is one of those on full health. So that is now the Megas. Infamous, if they're going to come back from this, they have to fight hard for it. Ana has a Heaven's Halberd, Havoc Hammer as well, so with the 18 stacks, that Havoc Hammer is going to be doing a lot of work. Telescope on the CM. Cuckoo has actually the Psychic Headband. Wants a little bit more mana and cast range. Did go for the Reincarnation. So we do have 2 lives on Cuckoo. He is to go down, but no Tombstone on Death. 29, almost 30 on Thompson. So Lightning Storm can bounce twice on units. The level 30s are coming out. 25s are out on a lot of heroes. Frank, if he could get his 25, maybe the Axis cooldown to help defend against the Megas. Probably what he would go for. I mean, if Medusa can claim up to level 30, keep getting a little bit of XP, just chunk himself up there. Comes really strong late game. If you can get that 75 intelligence, wowzers. Telescope on Witch Doctor, so Telescope on both teams. And Leo Style on this Pangolier has just been doing absolute work. Like, if he can get the 3-second Rolling Thunder duration, 3-second Swashbuckle cooldown, like this guy's insane. 3-second cooldown on Swashbuckle, it's going to be a 3-second cooldown total. You get the +3 on roll, that's going to last for 13 seconds with a cooldown of 37.5. Like, this is very good. Levels are very good on Pangolier. Witch Doctor close to 20, 20% Maledict burst damage or 100 death range attack range. Deathwood attack range. The burst damage is probably pretty good. 20 on Michael, minus 20-second cooldown on Moonlight Shadow, so that's down to a 72-second cooldown now. That's that's an adaptation of what it used to be. I remember the days. Minus 80-second cooldown on Moonlight Shadow. It's got like a 10-second downtime or something. And here's Roche. It is going down. It's got all the goodies. Who's getting the Ags? Who hasn't got an Ags? I guess Primal Beast hasn't got an Ags. Yeah, he'll grab it himself. A little bit of Ags Blessing. Oh, they don't give it to CM. CM gets nothing. Feels bad, man. Whitemon, position 5 life. Doesn't get the upgraded Freezing Field. I thought he would since he's got the Shard and a Blink Dagger. That can actually win games straight up right there. Arrow just trying to give a little bit of vision. Smoke is coming out there into the base. They're coming in. Oh, they show the decay. I'm sure they should have done that. Smoke dispels. Clear style. Actually blink in. Hex, and it is save him. They've got a double stun. Hope there's buyback. Can we make it back to the base? He needs to live. There is a buyback on Leo style. Tombstone is down. They're behind the base at the moment. Rolling through. Rolling Thunder trying to connect. Will be burning all their mana. Getting stuns multiply off. There is the Shard on the deck. They need to try and not fight in the middle of that. Leo style still burning the mana. Buybacks coming out from both sides. Witch Doctor as well. Thompson is just farming them at the entrance of their base. Leo style goes down. It's a rampage to Thompson. The amused Raw Parker, he's still trying to hold the Deucer. He's alive, but he's trapped in his base. The throne is falling. The glyph comes out. It says, come out and play with us, Arna. There's the GG. So game 1 between T1 and Infamous will go to T1 in an interesting one.